How is it going, everyone? It's Limit here, and today we're going to be doing a review for, so far, my favorite game of 2024. This is a brand new boomer shooter that came out called Desposis, and it is a really fun game, and it's also really awesome because of the atmosphere and the setting of this game. And it really takes the boomer shooter genre and just puts it in a place that it's never quite been before. We've definitely had some horror elements. I mean, look at Doom, for example. There's definitely horror elements in Doom and stuff like that. However, this game is full-on horror. It puts you in a haunted house with a bunch of possessed people running around, and you are armed with only a cross and a Bible as you're playing as a priest who is trying to cleanse this house. Now, this is still a boomer shooter, so you're going around and these crosses, like, you hold them up and then it will basically, like, throw a cross in front of you. And you can have 7 crosses at a time, and you can knock out an enemy using your crosses. And you do have to reload your crosses, which is a little bit weird. And whenever you reload your cross, you actually hear what it sounds like a gun sound. I thought it was kind of funny, actually. However, it's still really cool to do it, and you can actually upgrade your crosses as you go through the game. You start off with just a wooden cross, and then you can find a silver cross, and that will upgrade your damage, and then you can find a golden cross, and that will upgrade it to basically the max capability. And then the Bible, what that's for, that's actually to get health back. So if you get hit by some of these demon-possessed people, then you can use your Bible, and you can get health back. And you can find multiple Bibles throughout the maps and the different areas and stuff like that. That way you can keep healing if you need to. And if you can find secret areas, you'll definitely find some extra Bibles, because there are some secret areas in this, just like in a lot of boomer shooters. You know, if you go around and you actually look for things, then you're going to be rewarded for trying to look around and trying to search and find things. You're going to be rewarded with secret rooms that will give you Bibles to heal yourself. It may give you upgrades to your crosses, or something that's actually kind of cool is that it has these weird game mechanics that you can find. It's like these game alterations, and if you find them, you can actually use them when you're playing through the single campaign, and it will just do like special things. Some of them are kind of like silly, some of them are like actually kind of helpful. There's just a bunch of different game modifications that you can find in the campaign, and you can go and use them during the campaign if you go back to the menu and you select, you know, the game mechanic or whatever it's called, the game modification. If you select the game modification, it will start you off in the campaign with whatever game modification you picked. And like I said, there's some pretty funny ones. There's one where you have the cross, and it's basically a 1 cross kill, and it turns your 1 cross that you have basically into a double barrel cross. And then like everything you hit with it is a 1-hit kill. There's one that's like called something Dracula Unleashed or something like that, or Dracula Roaming. And that one makes the game a little bit harder, because as you're playing, you're constantly draining health. And you can get health back if you use a Bible still, but you can also get health back if you take out an enemy. So I thought that was kind of a cool idea. One was kind of funny. That's all. It was called Game Journalist Mode, and it just made the game really easy, and it gave you basically like a bunch of upgrades right from the start and a bunch of Bibles to keep healing yourself. And it would put like these little like pieces of like hay on the ground, so you could basically, it would lead you right to the exit every single time. I thought that was kind of funny. And there's just some stuff like that. I really enjoy the game modifications, and it just adds something else for you to look for in the game. And it does give you some replayability if you want to try to play the game with some of these modifications as well. The game itself, you know, the enemy types and stuff like that was really cool to see, because it starts off with just your normal like crazy possessed people kind of running at you, and then when you finally see some other different types, you see some people like levitating, and they're shooting upside down crosses at you. And you can actually block the upside down crosses with your regular cross. If you shoot the cross at it and you like hit it, it will like basically make that one fade away, and that's kind of a cool mechanic. And it's pretty creepy when you first see just like a couple of people like levitating and throwing these crosses at you upside down. And then it gets even actually kind of creepier, because then you can go into this area. There's like this basement area, and when you first go into it, you just start hearing whispers, and it's really creepy. And then you'll just start seeing these like demon-possessed crawlers crawling at you, and it's really freaky when that happens, and you just hear whispers in your headphones and stuff. Really creepy, but it just adds to this overall atmosphere, because this atmosphere is so good in this haunted house, because they definitely, it's all lit up with candles. Everything's like dark in certain areas, but once you get towards the candlelight, you get that just kind of nice lighting around the area. But as soon as you walk out of that candlelight, you're hoping that nothing's in front of you. So there's a good darkness in this game. The lighting's really good in this game, and it really helps set the tone of this just creepy mansion. The actual point of this game, other than just, going in and basically taking out a bunch of demon-possessed people with crosses and making them explode, because whenever you hit them with enough crosses, they just pop. It's like a blood splatter. But the whole point of this game, to get through a level, basically, is there's a bunch of these, evil occult books, and in each level, you have to find one of these occult books, one or two sometimes, and you have to basically cleanse the book. You have to get rid of the book. You have to do basically some prayers in front of it, and once you do that, the end of the level will unlock for you so you can go through the final door you need to exit the level. So you're taking out all these demon-possessed people and also trying to find these occult books that you have to cleanse. So kind of an interesting concept, definitely different. Again, I've never played anything quite like this, and that's one of the reasons I like this game so much. It's not very long. This game is only about an hour long in terms of the campaign length, and it's not overly difficult. I died once or twice, once during the final boss fight, and once during the first level when I was still trying to figure things out. There's no save, so it puts you at the beginning of the level, but the levels, like I said, they're not very long anyway, so it's not really a huge deal. So I don't think that's a huge deal, but overall, this game is only an hour long. It's short, but it's really, really good, and it does make me want more. It left me wanting more, and that is a good thing, because if they made a sequel to this game, I would absolutely play it, because I absolutely loved what's here, and I'd love to see what other locations they can do other than just this mansion. I think it'd be really cool if they tried some other things. I think it'd be really cool if they actually just did a whole series of these type of games where you just went to different locations and you cleansed each location, and each game was a different location. You had to cleanse a different location in each game. I think that'd be really cool if they did that. But again, that's just me being hopeful for the future. Let's stick to this game, right? But overall, this is a really fun game. It controls very well. It looks great if you love boomer shooters. It has that old-style graphics that I love. The atmosphere is great. The music is creepy and fantastic. I love the music. And the level layout is really great. I love the way that the levels are laid out, and some of the ways that you get around the levels are really cool. This is just a fantastic game, and I haven't even talked about the fact that there is also a survival mode. So even if you beat the campaign in a short amount of time, there is still also this survival mode that you can do, where you try to get a high score and you survive as long as you can, and that is a really cool mode. However, it's really difficult, and I have not been able to survive very long in it. but it is pretty cool to try to get these high scores in this little survival mode. You get 3 different maps for survival mode, and it's actually a pretty decent variety. Each map is very maze-like for that mode, and I did enjoy each one. I thought they were all pretty good. Probably my favorite one is a map called God's Basement, just because that's the creepiest map out of all of them. But still, yeah, very, very cool mode, and I'm glad that they put some extra stuff in this game for if you beat the campaign and you want to keep playing the game. This game is only $4.99. Just a quick correction during editing, this game is actually only $2.99, so it's even cheaper than I originally thought. So for $2.99, this game is definitely worth it. I'll leave a link in the description down below. This is obviously not a sponsored video or anything like that. I just really enjoyed this game, and I want other people to try it out. Keep in mind, yes, it is very short, but if you like boomer shooters, I really think that you should try this game, because this one is just very unique compared to everything else out there. It's a fun game. I highly recommend it, and I think that you will enjoy playing through the campaign, and hopefully you'll enjoy playing the survival mode as well. I actually will probably play through the campaign a few more times too, because I want to try to find some of the other secrets in this game. This game definitely has some replayability, even though the campaign is short. I want to try to find those other secrets. I'd like to find the other. I think I found the majority, I think, of the different game modifications, but there's still a few I'm missing. I need to find the game modifications that I'm missing, so I'd like to go through each level and try to find those secret areas. But thank you so much for watching. Go check out Desposis. So far, my favorite game of 2024. I'm looking forward to seeing what else is coming out this year, and I'm also looking forward to seeing if this developer puts out anything else in the future, because this was a fantastic game. I'll talk to you in the next video. You have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.